So you found a cheap holiday to Bilbao. Great. But what about getting around? You don't want to spend more on getting around than you did on your holiday. Let me show you how I researched Bilbao's transport system and how a simple card saved us a ton of cash. It's the one thing people overlook when they're booking a holiday. Sure, you can shop around, you can find a great deal. We've recently just got back from Bilbao and the holiday only cost 140 quid a person. I've done a video about that. But if you're not careful, your getting around budget can really eat into it. For example, the trip from the airport in some cities can cost you a fortune. Even here in the UK, you try travelling in from Heathrow or Gatwick, you could spend £15–20 no problem at all. In Paris, the metro's fairly cheap, except for any of the ones that connect with the airports. You never pay less than, I think, €10 to get in from Charles de Gaulle or Orly. It soon adds up, and God forbid if you end up in a taxi. So what I always tend to do is I attack Google Maps and I find out, first of all, how much it's going to be to get from the airport to my hotel. That's the critical one. And even more critical is the public transport system running at the time of that early morning flight back? Because you can guarantee if you've got a cheap holiday, you've got at least one antisocial flight. And it was no different with Bilbao. We had a look. Google Maps was coming up with about €8 on the bus from the airport into the city, and on the way back our flight time was 7 AM and the public transport would have only got there as at 6:10, which was a bit too close for us. So we did our research and we found out Ubers range between 24 and €40. We managed to get ours for 24, but €40 between 3 people is quite affordable. So as promised, I'm going to tell you about a simple card. It's called the Barik Card. This bad boy here, I've still got it in my pocket because it's still got some credit left on it. Now, I knew a little bit about this before I got there. Yeah, we got off the plane, saw the bus, and we were expecting to pay €8. I went to the ticket office and I saw a sign up saying €4, so that's already a win. But as I say, I'd researched the worst case scenario. So I thought, well, let's see about this card. So I went to the counter and I asked the girl, and she said it's a €3 deposit, which is great. And how much would you like to put on it? So I said, well, first of all, I need to know, can it accommodate 3 different people using the same card, or do we need 3 cards? No, it was okay for 3. I don't know if there's a maximum limit, but 3 was great because there was 3 of us. And I said, oh, I don't know, what, €30 based on my experience of other European cities? And she went, what? How long are you staying for? I said, 3 days. She goes, no, honestly, 30 too much. And I thought, well, I'm still expecting it to hit me for €5 each just on the bus. She goes, no, €15 will be enough and you can top it up everywhere. So I thought, oh well, nice lady, wanted to only take €15 off me. I'm sure I'll be topping this up again in the morning. Gets on the bus, ding, 50 cents. Ding, 50 cents. Dinged it again for the little one, 50 cents. It cost us €1.50 to get from the airport to the city. I thought, this is good, I like this. So the thing about Bilbao, especially if you're staying centrally, it's a fairly walkable city and we did a lot of that. But I thought, well, this card, I'm going to use it. And it works on buses, trams and the metro, and believe it or not, some of the tourist attractions. You heard that right, some of the tourist attractions. Now, I wasn't very conscious of what we were spending as we were using it, because I think the most expensive trip was when we went from Bilbao itself to Jexo, because we wanted to go on the Transporter Bridge. And I think those trips did cost us just over €1 each, but it's a 30-minute tube ride. It's really is pennies. I was paying more than that for buses in Bulgaria. But the real winner is to go over the transporter in the gondola. They've got a ticket machine outside, individual trips, €3, Barik Card, 50 cents. If you wanted to come back on the little ferry, 50 cents. Suin and I didn't. Sam went over on the gondola. Suin and I had to pay, I think it was €10 to walk over the top because Suin wanted to do it, and she loves getting a kick out of the fact that her old dad is now scared of heights. But anyway, the Barik Card kicked in well. So we had a day in Jexo, walked around, had a look at the beach, wanted to go back towards where a tube station was and somewhere decent to eat. We used an Uber for that trip because it was easier than public transport. It was only about 1.5 kilometres, but not all of us like hills. I wouldn't have minded, but Sis said no way. So we got an Uber, it was about €4. And of course the place where we were eating was near a tube. Fantastic, that's a win. So we used Barik to get back into the city, knocked very little off, a couple of tram journeys. Then we decided to go up on the funicular again. I think it was €4 to go up, and that's each way. Barik Card, 50 cents each way. And you can buy these things, well we bought ours at the airport, you can buy them at any train station that's got a ticket office that I'm aware of, why wouldn't you? So anyway, on a 3-day break, €15 credit, we managed to get back with €5 credit on the Barik Card. So we spent €10 on hopping around a city for 3 days, including 2 tourist attractions. And don't forget, that sounds cheap enough, you do well to spend a day in London on €10. That's €10 for 3 people, bingo. But the whole point of this video was to tell you about the Barik Card and to tell you that one of the most critical things to do when planning a holiday is to sort out what you expect to pay on transport. A lot of times you might end up paying more, but all the answers are in Google Maps. So thanks for watching. If you go into Bilbao, get a Barik Card. It covers the Bilbao area, out to Jexo, and also at least as far out as San Sebastian. It's a no-brainer, as are watching my videos. I give honest, no frills, experience-related advice on how to get your holiday cheap or how to get the most out of a reasonable priced holiday. So do subscribe, do comment if you've got anything you'd like me to research or anything you want to know about the trips I've done so far. I'm not exactly a major traveller, but get in touch, we'll talk about travel because it's my favourite subject. Thanks for watching.